1800 hours, Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Sadia Sattar. First, the headlines. Prime Minister has urged the nation to celebrate Eid Miladun Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam in a befitting and unprecedented manner. Sadr Islamabad has become the first presidency in the world that has been awarded with an international certification to run fully on green energy. The United Nations Development Programme has appreciated steps taken by Pakistan to mitigate the impacts of climate change. Pakistan has stressed the need to scale up investment in sustainable and resilient water infrastructure to ensure access to water for all. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred 2 more Kashmiri youth in Pulwama district today. The 70th martyrdom anniversary of first Prime Minister of Pakistan, Shaheed-e-Millat Khan Liaqat Ali Khan, is being observed today. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan has urged the nation to celebrate Eid Miladun Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam on Tuesday in a befitting and unprecedented manner. In a special televised message regarding occasion of 12th Rabiul Awwal, he said this is a special month when our Prophet Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam came into this world. Imran Khan said Allah gave the Prophet Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam the title of Rahmatul lil Alameen, who brought together the whole humanity. He said Prophet Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is a great leader in the history of the world. Prime Minister Imran Khan said the great quality of a leader is that he brings together humans and does not spread hate. He urged all Pakistanis to fully participate in the celebrations of the 12th Rabiul Awwal, and the celebrations of this year should be unprecedented in the history of the country. Prime Minister Imran Khan said the entire nation, media, minorities and others should participate in the celebrations. Finance Ministry has clarified that the government is charging minimum levy on petroleum products despite increase in the oil prices in international market. In a statement, the Finance Ministry pointed out there has been 10 to 15% increase in international oil prices over the last 15 days. However, the government enhanced the petrol price by 8.25%. It also rejected media reports that the OGRA had recommended increase of 5 rupees per litre, whilst the government enhanced its price by 10.49 rupees. The Finance Ministry said the government has enhanced prices of petroleum on the recommendation of OGRA. Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting Farooq Habib has said the government is trying its level best to minimize the impact of global inflation on poor people by reducing duties and other taxes. Talking to the media in Faisalabad today, he said that petroleum prices suddenly jumped from $35 to $85 per barrel, and it is impossible for the economy of the third world country to bear the increase. He said government is trying to control the inflation on sustainable basis, and in this connection, long-term policies are being implemented. Advisor on Interior and Accountability Shehzad Akbar says track and trace system will be installed in sugar mills before the next crushing season to determine actual production and curb tax evasion. Addressing a news conference in Islamabad today, he said Federal Board of Revenue has completed 5-year tax audit for 69 sugar mills and a tax of about 588 billion rupees has been imposed on them. Shehzad Akbar pointed out that 10 sugar mills have taken stay orders from different high courts against the tax audit. The advisor said the audit has contributed to doubling the tax revenue from sugar mills during the last fiscal year. Sadr Islamabad has become the first presidency in the world that has been awarded with an international certification of ISO 50001 to run fully on green energy. The Twitter account of President of Pakistan today shared a documentary on achievements of President Dr. Arif Alvi's Green Presidency Initiative. Green Presidency Initiative resulted in 35% cut in energy consumption of Sadr in 2009 to 2021. By 2022, up to 50% reduction in energy consumption is estimated. said. Under Green Presidency Initiative, overall savings from energy conservation and solar energy utilization are equivalent to 72.5 million rupees. The United Nations Development Programme has appreciated steps taken by Pakistan to mitigate the impacts of climate change. In an exclusive interview with News and Current Affairs channel of Radio Pakistan, the resident representative of the UNDP, Knut Otspe, said the country's 10 billion tree program will play an important role in addressing environmental issues. He said Pakistan has great potential in terms of its people, land, natural resources, and infrastructure to address a number of development challenges. Interior Minister Sheikh Rashid Ahmad has said the world community should help the new Afghan setup on humanitarian grounds. This he stated while talking to media persons in Islamabad today. The Interior Minister said Pakistan is also extending help to the Afghan people. This is Radio Pakistan. Pakistan has stressed the need to scale up the investment in sustainable and resilient water infrastructure to ensure access to water for all. Speaking at a virtual meeting organized by 17-nation group France Water and Tajikistan, Pakistan's Deputy Permanent Representative to the United Nations, Amir Khan, also called for addressing water problems such as floods and drought in a timely and holistic manner. He said that water is the core of sustainable development and pivotal for poverty eradication and economic growth around the world. The Pakistan envoy said that at a lower riparian country, Pakistan's engagement and commitment with water-related goals, including SDG 6, is long-standing and unwavering. Given the importance of water and glaciers, Pakistan has also announced its support for the initiative of Tajikistan to declare 2025 as the Year of Glaciers. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred 2 more Kashmiri youth in Pulwama district today. The troops martyred the youth during a cordon search operation at Drangal in Prampur area of Pulwama district. Shutdown was observed in various parts of Srinagar city today over the killing of the youth by Indian troops and fake encounters in Srinagar and Pulwama. The All Parties Hurriyat Conference spokesman in a statement in Srinagar expressed grave concern over the escalation and extrajudicial killing of youth by Indian troops. An analytical report released by Kashmir Media Service today, he said that 16 Kashmiris have been martyred by Indian troops in the ongoing month of October so far. In a statement in Srinagar, Communist Party of India Marxist leader Muhammad Yusuf Tharigami said IIOJ case unemployment rate of 21.6% and inflation rate of 7.39% belie BJP's government's claims of growth and development in the territory after abrogation of Article 370. In a statement, New York-based Global Media Watchdog Committee to Protect Journalists called upon the authorities in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir to release recently detained journalists Salman Shah and Sohail Dar and commit to allowing the media to operate freely and independently. In a statement, CPJ's Asia Program Coordinator Stephen Butler asked India to move quickly to improve its shameful record of harassing and detaining critical journalists in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. UN Security Council has reaffirmed that terrorism in its all forms and manifestations constitutes one of the most serious threats to international peace and security. In a press statement strongly condemning deadly suicide bombing during Friday prayers at a mosque in Afghanistan, Kandahar, the UNSC members also underscored acts of terrorism are criminal and unjustifiable, regardless of their motivation. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas has warned the consequences of more Israeli settlement plans in Jerusalem will be dangerous. In a press statement, Abbas's office said these plans will cut off the city from its Palestinian surroundings and pose a challenge to international law and international resolutions. The 70th martyrdom anniversary of first Prime Minister of Pakistan and prominent leader of the Pakistan movement, Shahid-e-Millat Khan Liaqat Ali Khan, is being observed today. Liaqat Ali Khan struggled along with Qaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah for a separate homeland for the Muslims of subcontinent. Liaqat Ali Khan was born in Karnal, East Punjab, and received his early education from Aligarh Muslim University and Oxford University. On August 14, 1947, he became the first Prime Minister of Pakistan. Liaqat Ali Khan was assassinated during a public meeting at Liaqat Bagh in Rawalpindi on this date in 1951. The first Prime Minister of Pakistan is buried at Mazar-e-Qaid's compound in Karachi. ICC Men's T20 World Cup will begin in Oman from tomorrow. The first qualifier of the World Cup will be played between Oman and Papua New Guinea. And now the weather update. Mainly dry weather is likely to prevail in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, rain, wind, thunderstorm is expected at isolated places in Upper Punjab, Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Gilgit-Baltistan and Kashmir. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, do log on to our website radio.gov.pk.